What's going on, Solar family? It's James here. Good morning to you. Cheers, or even good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing morning. So, do you guys struggle in answering solar objections and you end up losing a deal because you weren't confident or you didn't know how to handle a solar objection that a homeowner threw at you, right? Because sometimes, especially when you're new or even you're a veteran, sometimes homeowners throw some weird questions at you, right? They throw a wrench in the mix because like everything could be going well, you're getting ready to like sign, you're getting excited, and then they ask an objection, and for whatever reason, you don't know the answer and you can't answer that objection confidently, and then you end up losing a deal, right? Or they end up shifting and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to wait for right now because of that objection that they had, right? Because you weren't able to answer it. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the 3 most common objections and how to answer them, right? 3 most common ones. And obviously there's a whole bunch more, but I'll give you guys a special offer at the end here so you guys can actually get all of the objections, especially if you're new, guys. Especially if you're new, and even if you're a seasoned veteran, even for me right now, there's so many things happening in the industry. There's so many, other competitors. There's so many other like questions that come up, right? But the 3 most common, number 1, let me see where I can write this. Number 1, 20-year contract is too long, right? 20-year contract is just way too long. You know what, James? This sounds all fine and dandy. This sounds great, but I don't sign I'm not gonna sign a 20-year contract. This is way too long, dude. I mean, I barely signed a 2-year agreement with my cell phone provider, right? So the way to answer objections before you jump right into answering the objection is, don't be combative, right? The homeowner is always right, and you always need to agree. Hey, what's up, David? How are you, brother? So you always have to agree with the homeowner, right? No matter if you disagree, right? No matter if the homeowner is wrong, just agree. Because at the end of the day, the homeowner is always right because they're the ones making the decision whether or not they're, moving forward with you, right? And being defensive or being combative, right? Because you're like, oh no, Mr. Homeowner, this is a great product for you, man. You need to move forward. I don't know what you're talking about. This is amazing, right? By being combative, you're actually going to shoot yourself in the foot, and it's going to give you a negative effect, right? So when this question comes up, I always agree because they're going to say, dude, James, this is way too long. I say, hey, you know what, David? I totally agree with you, right? Because before I got into the solar industry, that's exactly what I thought. It was just way too long. But after looking into the industry, this is why this is beneficial for you, right? So you ask them the question, right? So basically, this is how you frame it. You agree, right? Reiterate the question back. So, I understand you have a concern that a 20-year contract is too long. Totally understand. But what happens, how long are you planning to stay with your local utility company, right? So that's a question you ask back. Right? How long are you planning to stay with your utility company? Or you say, how long are you planning to buy electricity for? Give me a number. A year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. And what happens is they put their defenses down and they start laughing with you, right? Because now a light bulb turned on in their head. It's like, oh crap, you know what? I'm actually in a contract right now with my local utility company and I didn't even know it. Right? Or sometimes you need to let them know because sometimes that light bulb won't turn on. Just let them know, hey, Mr. Homeowner, I'm pretty sure you're going to be buying electricity for the next 20 years, correct? Because if you decide to stay with your local utility company, you know what happens? You're basically in a contract already, right? And unfortunately, with that particular contract, those prices are going up every single year. The great thing with our program or by going solar is you're going to be able to lock in the costs, right? Especially if you guys are pitching a lease. Or if you're pitching the finance or the purchase option, the great thing is you're gonna eventually own your own energy. And once the system is paid off, Mr. Homeowner, your energy bill is absolutely free and there's no payments after that, right? So you think we could call your utility company right now, SDG&E, PG&E, whatever your utility company is? Let's give them a call and ask them after 20 years, right? Are they going to be able to give you the energy absolutely free? Let's see what they say, right? And at this point, like I said, a light bulb is going to turn on, and they're going to say, holy crap, that does make sense, right? Because it's just human nature, guys. 20-year contract's a long time, and besides their mortgage payment, they probably never heard of like a 20-year loan, 30-year loan or whatnot, right? So just agree and be, empathetic with a homeowner. I totally understand how you feel because it does sound like a long-term commitment, which it is. But these are the reasons why this is more beneficial than you staying with a local utility company, right? So really, really important, because if you just dove in and just answer the question and be like, hey, you know what? How long are you gonna stay with a local utility company for, right? It sounds like it's combative. So it's really important for you to understand and agree with a homeowner. I totally understand. And these are the reasons why, right? So the second objection, most common objection is this one here. You said that there is no upfront cost so how do you guys get paid? So how do you get paid? Or maybe the company, right? Again, you letting the homeowner know, I totally understand, right? Obviously, we're not a scam and we're not trying to scam any homeowners, right? So again, you need to understand and reiterate back and let the homeowner know, guarantee them, I totally understand why you're feeling this way. Because if I was in your situation, if I was on the other side of the table, I might feel the exact same way, right? Because nothing is ever free. I understand that, right? And don't get me wrong, this isn't free, right? So if you think this is free, let's just take that off the table, right? So the way we get paid, there's various ways we get paid. The first way we get paid, if you decide to lease the system, and obviously you already have an option, whether that's a finance, whether it's a lease, right? Say, for example, if they're leasing the system, right? This is something that I would say. Where there's various ways we get paid, Mr. Homeowner. So the first way we get paid is there's a federal tax credit. Since you're leasing your system, we're actually gonna get that federal tax credit, right? And the great thing is, hold on one second. Obviously, every time when you go live, somebody wants to message you or call you, right? Every time, never fails. So basically, that's one way we actually get paid, right? We take advantage of the federal tax credit. Obviously, we also get a loan for your system, right? So it's a loan that we take out in behalf of your solar system. And the last way we get paid is we basically become a utility company, right? So that's basically three reasons or three ways we can actually make money, because I totally understand, Mr. Homeowner, there's no upfront cost. This might sound a little scammy. So that's the way we get paid, right? So you can just choose like one or two of those, right? To let the homeowner know that, hey, obviously there's gonna be some sort of cost and this is the way we get paid, and just list them all out, right? Like I said, that's more like a lease option, pitch, but a lot of you guys are selling leases, right? Last one, number 3. And you're probably gonna get this, not from the husband, but from the wife, right? Solar panels are ugly, right? Because the wife, they always care about the aesthetic look, right? Guys are like, shoot, it's gonna save us money, freaking throw it up there, right? I don't care if it's a hamster on a freaking wheel, right? I don't really care. It's gonna save money, put them up there, So you're probably gonna get this objection with a wife, probably towards the end of the presentation when you got the buy-in from the husband. The wife is pretty much bought in, but she's gonna say something like, you know what? This sounds all great, man, but those solar panels are freaking ugly, right? Again, agree. Totally agree with you, Mr. Homeowner. Even if you don't agree, just agree, right? Always agree. I agree, Mr. Homeowner, that the solar panels are pretty ugly. But let me ask you this question. What color is your roof? And just be quiet, right? Do you know the silent treatment? Give them the silent treatment. What color is the roof? It's gonna get kind of awkward because what's gonna happen is the wife, or maybe the husband, most of the time, like I said, it's gonna be the wife, they're not even gonna know the answer to that question, right? So basically, if you don't even know the color of your roof, that means to me, when you're driving to your house every day, when you're dropping off the kids, picking up the kids, you're coming home, leaving the house, you don't normally look up there, right? So that's what I'm trying to understand is like, hey, understand that you feel like the panels are ugly, but if you really think about it, you don't normally look up there anyway, right? But the great thing is, what you can do as well is show them photos, right? Say, hey, Mr. Homeowner, I totally understand, but let me show you some pretty sleek looking photos of solar panels on a type of roof that you have, right? And obviously you should have these photos already set up because these objections are gonna come up, right? They're gonna come up, just be prepared. To be like, hey, let me show you some photos. Here you go, here goes the tile roof. Check this out, it's like black on black, pretty freaking sleek, right? Here's another one here, here's one in Arizona on tile as well. Right? It's the same exact tile that you have on your rooftop right now, same exact. And if you could show them, right, a projection on how their house can look like with solar panels, and you have some pretty sleek pictures, more than likely the homeowner, the wife or whatnot, it's gonna get through this objection, right? So those are the 3 most common. Obviously there's a whole bunch of them, right? So if you guys want, personal message me. And I actually have a course that I'm selling right now for $99. It's basically a whole gamut of objections, and I show you exactly, or I teach you exactly how to answer them. But if you guys personal message me right now, I'll give you guys access to that course absolutely free, right? No charge, I'm gonna give you a link. You can create your own account. You can go through the whole course absolutely free. Learn all of the objections, in the course. And the only thing you need to do is personal message me. I'd love to shoot that out to you guys because obviously there's a whole bunch more, right? There's a whole gamut of objections, and I cover all of that in the course, right? So hopefully you guys got some value from that, especially if you're new in the industry. And if you're new, you definitely need to personal message me because I want to give that to you absolutely free because you don't want to step foot in a homeowner's house without arming yourself with all the answers to their objections, right? That's the last thing you want to do because every single time you sit at a consultation, you're going to have objections. And if you're new or even you're a seasoned veteran or maybe you've been in the game for a few months, if you don't know how to answer those questions, it's really gonna show them the lack of confidence or maybe the lack of experience that you have, right? But if you walk in there and they ask you a question, hey James, you know what? 20-year contract. Dude, I don't sign a 20-year contract. Totally understand, man. I would feel the exact same way how you would feel if the tables were turned, right? But, right, then you go into it, right? That's the key to answering objections, everyone. That's the key, right? Having some empathy, understanding like, hey, I understand how you feel, but this is the answer to that objection, right? Don't just jump right to objection. All right? So other than that, personal message me. If you guys watching this on YouTube, click the link. It's somewhere in the description. I'll give you guys access to it as well. Personal message me. I'd love to give you guys free access to my solar objection course. Currently selling right now on our website for $99, but I'm gonna give it to you absolutely free, right? Absolutely free. Personal message me. Again, hopefully you guys are having an amazing, amazing day. Peace out, y'all. Close them deals. Change the world. Talk to you guys soon.